previous video, I talked about my top 5 favorite games. Well, today we are going to spill the tea on my top 5 least favorite games. Dun, dun, dun! Are you ready? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment because I just love reading them. Now, let's get on with this list. Starting off this countdown in no particular order, we have PT. Now, this is one of the creepiest and most confusing games I have ever played, okay? There's not really any structure to it. You just wander around in circles in this creepy haunted house. Now, I am pretty smart, but the puzzles were terribly difficult to solve with little guidance. And if you do something wrong, bam, this creepy lady will pop up and scare the living daylights out of you. Like I said before, I love puzzle games, but these puzzles were a little too cryptic. Half of the players were Googling answers because it was so hard to figure out. I remember close to the end of the game, I was counting my character's footsteps and waiting for a bell to chime. Like, huh? How are we supposed to figure that out on our own? Anyways, if you give it a try, let me know how it goes. Next up, we have Grey's Anatomy, the video game. Huh? I know, when I heard this is a real game, I was so confused as well. I had a friend force me to play it with them, and I couldn't stop cringing the whole time. It's so bad that it's laughable. I think people were trying to milk as much money from the show as they could, so they thought a game would also do well. Sadly, it was a bad choice. But I'm sure the actors were thrilled that their characters were featured in a game. Cool thing to add on your resume. If only it did better for them. Next, we have another very creepy game, and that is the Exorcist Legion VR Chapter 1 First Rites. That's a mouthful. Yes, you heard me. They made a virtual reality Exorcist game. And when I tell you it's scary, it's scary. When I first started playing the game, I thought, I'm brave. I won't get scared because my brain will know that it's just VR and not real. Wrong. It makes the game 10 times scarier because it seems like you're actually there in the game, especially when you turn around and there's a scary demon hanging right behind you. Yeah, it's creepy. Now, I will say I did like the puzzles in the game, but did I complete the game? No, I was too scared. But the only reason it's on today's list is because, well, it was far too scary for Fidget. Would you ever play a VR scary game? Let me know in the comments below. In our second to last spot, we have Nancy Drew, Midnight in Salem. Now, if you watched my previous video, you would know that Nancy Drew is one of my favorite video games. But their latest game, Midnight in Salem, got terrible reviews. And I can see why. It was not the best, which is unfortunate to say. I could do a whole video ranting and raving about it, but I'll spare you. First off, they changed the actor that voices Nancy. And if you're a fan of the game, you probably got attached to the OG voice of Nancy. And now they changed her so she sounds younger and kind of more ditzy, and fans weren't having it. Not only that, but they changed the format of the game completely. It took me a half an hour just to master the new controls of the game. It also took them years to get the games out after promising it because of this new game design that, in the end, no one ended up liking. So I really hope they go back to their old game format. Sometimes bigger is not always better. Listen to your fans, Her Interactive. Give us what we want. And last, but certainly not least, we have Link, the Faces of Evil. Again, in my last video, I said I love Legend of Zelda. It's true. But what is this game? Come on, someone explain. This was the first of the Nintendo licensed Zelda games for the Philips console. And, well, it's just very cheesy. And take a look at these graphics. That's a big no from me. Alright, folks, that's that's all for today's video. I hope I didn't seem too harsh with this list. You know, I'd rather tell you all my favorite things and spread love. But you all requested this video, so I did it for the people. Let me know in the comments below if you have heard of any of these games or if you've played them. And give me your honest review. And remember,